Alright, here comes the latest challenger for us to tangle with. Reminding you, our new limit tool is that cosine something minus 1 over the same something looks like it should be undefined because of the division by 0, but it turns out it actually is just 0. So, oh, spoiler alert, let's get rid of that. Can we make that theorem work here? Well, first of all, we must have cosine something minus exactly 1, so this minus x is not going to cut it. We can get a 1 here if we factor x out, and happily they've made that easy for us. There are x's in both of these. We can take those out and we simply get limit as x goes to 0 of, take the x out, and then we're left with cosine 2x minus 1 all over 8x. And that 8, I'm going to get out of the way because it's not precisely what we need here to make our limit theorem work. What we need, now that we have the minus 1, the next thing to worry about is the argument of the cosine here, 2x. That must be exactly what's in our denominator, so there must be a 2 here. We could have done something cute where we factored out 4 and left a 2 behind, but I think that's a little more hassle than it's worth sometimes, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to multiply the denominator by 2 and put it right there. I'm going to multiply the numerator by 2, but I'm going to put that up out of the way in front. So now we have this piece, which we know evaluates to 0, in the limit anyway. And then we have this piece out front. We're going to get 2 times 0 over 8 times, and all this goes to 0. And so again, our limit comes out to 0. Not a really fun solution, but that's what we get. By the way, while we're at it, you might have noticed there's another way we could have dealt with this limit. Let's take a look here. Notice that the numerator and the denominator are all divisible by x. They all contain a factor of x. That means instead of doing this limit theorem, we could have simply said divide the top by x, which gets us cosine 2x minus 1 over, divide the bottom by x, and we get 8. And now just plug 0 in. We don't get a division by 0 problem anymore because the x's disappeared. We just get cosine 0 minus 1 over 8, which is 1 minus 1 over 8, which is 0 over 8. Same result. So for now, we're trying to practice the trig formula, and so that's probably the way you should approach it. But if you noticed this and wondered if it would work, yep, it would work fine.